SABC, host broadcaster of the G20 South Africa 2025.
Well, welcome back. Of course, the dawn has broken over Johannesburg, and of course, it's also just that historic moment, the first time G20 Leaders Summit being hosted here on African soil, and of course, right here in South Africa, with Johannesburg taking a center stage. So we're looking at what has happened in the build-up to all of this action, and perhaps also looking at how this is also going to impact not only the continent, but of course, the world at large. So we're looking at your expectations from the G20 Leaders Summit at Nasrec that's happening today and tomorrow. You can interact with us on our X platform at Morning Live SABC, and of course you can also see that WhatsApp line on your screens, 078 459 1897. You're welcome to limit your voice notes to about 30 seconds or so. Looking forward to some of those sentiments as we measure up the pros and cons of all that has transpired. As we continue to also make sense of what's happened, let's backtrack a little bit and take a look at how this is all built up to this historic moment. You know that if we're looking at what G20 ultimately stands for, it constitutes about 85% of 75% of world trade, and also 85% of the global GDP at large, which accounts for about 2/3 of the world's population. And so in that context, it obviously has to be, it happened following the 1999 Asian financial crisis, and it developed from there into where we saw beyond, the informal forum for finance ministers and central bank governors that convened. It then elevated to, heads of state and their representatives that not only focused on broader macroeconomic issues, but brought in social issues, political issues as well. And that agenda really expanded over the years. As we continue to look at that evolution now, of course, if we're looking at the leaders, if we're looking at who's represented there, from 2009 it was held, and then 2011 it continued annually until this build up to the 2025 moment, and it became a premier forum for international economic matters to find cooperation at large. As we just perhaps wrap up this segment for now, we know that it's represented by 21 members. These form, the most powerful economies of the world, and it's also got the African Union present. It's also got the European Union present, and so we're seeing how all of these dynamics are fitting into that larger geopolitical landscape that we also have seen shifting over the years as well. All right, so as we continue to monitor all the developments, Leanne, Sakina, the rest of the team, of course, are representing the SABC there live at Nasrec, and SABC does serve as the host broadcaster. We're also available on YouTube and SABC Plus. Stay tuned as we continue with all of that action. Let's leave it there for now. We're going to take a quick ad break. Of course, on the other side, we still have all your weather and sporting updates. Stay tuned.
SABC, host broadcaster of the G20 South Africa 2025.